I just wanna go out on a walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you. You don't have to tell me anything that's new. I just wanna go out and walk with you.
Oh, hello, it's got exactly what it is.
I just wanna see your shadow next to mine, sailing over pavement with our two outlines. I like to see the shape you're in from time to time. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine. I just wanna see the same things you can see, understand the meaning on a new degree. Maybe that could happen when you're next to me. I just wanna see the same things you can see.
I am excited today because I'm finally going to get on with some sourdough bread. If you didn't see the video a few weeks ago, I started my sourdough starter from scratch again, and I'm finally getting on to actually doing some baking with it. So it's nice and bubbly, nice and ready. I'll give a little update on that later on, but I did want to make some yummy sandwich loaf bread. Now this used to be a faithful recipe of mine, so I'm just gonna go full in and hope for the best with the sourdough starter. I think it's going to go well. I'm not sure. I'm a bit nervous because I'm filming it, so I need to make sure it goes well. But let's get on with some cozy bread. This week is Easter week, which is really exciting. So I've got lots of different baking activities planned and stuff for the children to kind of really share the Easter story and enjoy that with them. So we're going to do some cozy bread and some outside activities and baking, and just join me for a lovely spring week of activities. It's going to be really, really fun. Hopefully I'll get to some decorating as well. You never know. I also might pop into a charity shop or two and see what I can find. Well, there's always hope. We'll have to see. Apologies because my washing machine is on and it's actually really quite loud. But an update on the bread. basically I made it in the morning and then left it for 24 hours in that warm spot once I'd mixed it all in the stand mixer, and then thought, hey, it'll be fine, and then did it the next day, did the 3-hour rise after that, and she's not pretty, not great. Probably edible, and you know what, if nothing else, I'll blend this loaf up and put it in and make it into breadcrumbs and do something like that. Whoa, the washing machine's getting loud. But it's a first try for my sourdough starter. I actually don't think it was the sourdough starter's fault. Is that too loud? Hopefully not. I don't think it was the sourdough starter's fault. I think it was just the process that I did. I just left the first stage of rising way too long. It did actually rise, so that suggests to me that the starter is all fine, but it didn't turn out great. I mean, yeah, it's not too bad. We'll try again another time. I just didn't do my timings well. Hey ho, but today I'm excited because I want to make some hot cross buns, and I've got some flour arranging to do, and I went to the charity shop yesterday. I think that's too loud, so I'm really sorry about the noise in my washing machine. It's slowing down now. I went to the charity shop yesterday and found some wonderful finds, obviously, because I just love charity shopping and I love hunting. It was actually funny because my daughter had an appointment, and so my husband took her there and I took the boys charity shopping, because they cannot object to this point in their life because they're too young, and so they have to just come along with me. I've got a 2-year-old son and a 6-month-old. He's nearly 6 months old. By the time this goes out, he'll be 6 months old. Yeah, so they came charity shopping with me, and I found a few bits. One is including this cute little shirt that's got a nice detail here, which I really like. It's very comfortable, but I'll show you the other things later. But let's get on with making some. I've got to make some soup actually. I love making soup, and one of my favourites to make is a butternut squash soup. However, I'm just looking at the clock, and my husband will be back with my eldest two from the park in just a little bit, and I don't think I'll have time to do my lovely butternut squash soup. So what I'll do is I'll just throw a bunch of veggies together in a pan with some stock and some nice salt and all the good things, and then we'll eat it with, we will attempt to eat it with our loaf, and we'll see how that goes. My husband was very gracious and said, it looks delicious. Doesn't. Hey ho, it's a sourdough loaf, and it's just very heavy. It's quite concerning, but I'm excited. It is Easter Friday, as in it's Good Friday. It's Good Friday today, so my husband's off from work, and we've got plans to hopefully be in the garden, although the weather is looking a little glum and a little dark, but hopefully it won't rain on us. It might, because you know we live in the UK, and then yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to stop mumbling on and procrastinating making lunch and get on with it. For those of you that saw that when I bought this from the charity shop, I've decided to kind of style it here for now. I mean, this whole space is going to change because we're renovating it all in the end of May, so look out for the videos to come. But we're actually changing the paint colour, even though I love this paint colour and it's a similar colour to what we painted our office and guest bedroom. We're actually going to change it because the kitchen cabinets that we've chosen are a little bit of a lighter colour, and we're bringing in a bench into the dining room with the same cabinets. So I think it's going to clash with this colour. So we're going to end up changing that, but I do really like this colour and I thought this would look nice with this colour for now. So it was one of my hang it up so that you actually do something with the things that you buy from the charity shops and not just pile them on the floor and wait for the perfect space, because truthfully I don't know if there's ever a perfect space for anything. In my mind anyway, I think I'm a little bit too much of a perfectionist, which is interesting because I don't know if I actually am. But when it comes to buying stuff from the charity shops and then styling it, I'm like, it has to be perfect. So I decided to just put it up there and get over that little fault of mine. But while we're at it, let me talk you through what I also got from the charity shop yesterday. First one is this cute piece. Look how adorable. It's a big jar basically, but I'm going to use it for flowers and things like that, maybe even a big juice jug for when we have a bunch of guests over. But it's one of those multi-purpose things that kind of look really pretty. It's interesting, it caught my eye and I just found it interesting. It's kind of got some interesting patterns on, if you can see that, all the way around. I'm really into this blue and white kind of look at the moment, so I thought that was gorgeous. And eventually, so in the dining room, I'm thinking, if I can persuade my husband, I think I've persuaded him, but I'm thinking we're gonna do like a big library wall all across here with a ton of books and shelves and super cozy. And I thought this kind of stuff on the shelves with books and things would look absolutely gorgeous. And then I also got this picture here, which I thought was so pretty and gorgeous. I am a huge fan of the countryside. We live in the countryside, but I love kind of British design. I love British heritage, British history, British countryside. I'm all for it. And so whenever I see something that has the British countryside on it, or especially like kind of the Peak District and Dales and everything like that, I'm just so drawn to it. And so this actually says it's Monsell Dale, and I'm not actually sure where that is, but it is absolutely gorgeous. And I'll kind of insert some B-roll stuff so you can get a good look at it, because the light's sort of reflecting on it. But I thought it was so good. It has a certificate of authenticity on the back, and the artist's signature here. So oh, hello, it's got exactly what it is. John Rudkin was born in Yorkshire in 1947 and from an early age showed a natural talent and love of painting. His early career began as a design engraver. This is so sweet. In his free time, he sketched and painted the countryside around him, being more attracted to watercolours, and now paints exclusively in this medium. His superb attention to detail not only records the scene accurately, but also captures the light, atmosphere and peacefulness of the landscape. In 1985, he was elected a full member of the prestigious British Watercolour Society. As a full-time artist, John has now found a continuous and ever-increasing demand for his watercolour paintings and fine quality limited editions. John lives with his wife and 3 children within a beautiful woodland dale in Yorkshire. Oh, that is just gorgeous. Oh, I feel even more attached to it. I'm so glad I bought it, because I did actually think it was quite expensive. It was £15, which did feel a little bit expensive. I'll take the price off now. But I think it's totally worth it because it speaks to my soul. Things like that just speak to my soul. And I actually thought the frame was really pretty too. So we'll see where I style that. Stay tuned for styling. The next thing I got, I tried to bargain for. I didn't end up bargaining. I didn't win because she said that they can only be reduced in a few weeks' time because they hadn't been out for so long. But it's a set of 4. I'll put it on the floor and show you. So it's a set of 4 beautiful, again, countryside landscapes, which I just think are absolutely gorgeous. Now I was just going to go for one because they were selling them separately, but I really liked how they looked together. What does that say? Does it say Grasmere? It says Grasmere, and that makes me so happy because this is all the Lake District, isn't it? Which is brilliant because Josh's family are all from the lakes. Well, his extended family, they all come from the Lake District. So that is just lovely. So this one is Grasmere, and then this one is Loweswater. I knew I recognised these names. That says Westwater. And then that one says Rydal Water. It's called Nab Cottage across Rydal Water. Sorry about the shakiness, that's not very helpful for you. But there's just a tiny little cottage in there, and they're just absolutely adorable and spoke to my soul again. I find it really hard to resist temptation when it comes to purchasing things like this because it makes me so happy. The frames are a little bit tired, but not too bad. Gosh, I feel like I'm on Antique Roadshow or something telling you all about these, but the frames are a little bit tired, but I thought they were pretty cute and I quite liked the wood, and there's some fine gold detailing there, which I thought was very sweet also. So all in all, I thought that was a real good bargain. Does this have any details? It does. Geoffrey Cowton, this one's from. He was born and educated in Bradford, and his love of the Yorkshire Dales began during a school geography excursion in Grassington. Yada yada yada. So his paintings and prints now hang in homes in America, Switzerland, Germany, Norway, Sweden, Australia. So that's just a little bit about him, but so interesting. I love that it's the Lake District. That makes me so happy. And now I will look so silly if it's not actually the lakes, but I'm pretty sure it's the lakes. So that's what I got, and I thought that was a pretty good purchase. Pretty good round of the charity shops. Oh, I did also get this shirt and a couple of other kind of like spring jumpers for like £2.75. So quite cheap, all in all. But very pleased. I love doing charity shop hauls. It makes my heart sing. So I'm sorry if you don't like them, but they really make me very, very happy. absolutely delicious. So I'm gonna put this in, I'm actually gonna leave it in the same bowl with some oil in it and leave it to rise for about 1.5 hours. I don't have that long before we need to take these somewhere, so just gonna put it in a warm spot and cover it for an hour. All right, while we're waiting on the dough for the hot cross buns to rise, I thought I'd give you an update on my sourdough starter actually, because I realized I made bread, but I didn't actually show you what's happening with it. So it's I fed this this morning, I think, and it's got some bubbles to it. And like I said with the bread, I think it did work. It's just the bread dough I just didn't do quite right. I didn't time it well. Perhaps I was a little bit too relaxed. But it seems to be doing well. Obviously the jar's got a whole lot dirtier than when you last saw it, but yeah, I think it looks good. To me it looks good. It's quite a nice consistency. I've been feeding it every day, and I've been enjoying trying to use it. Well, I say that, I was very sad about my bread earlier, but we must not be disheartened. There is still hope. I'm also still very much enjoying the band that this jar comes with, and the muslin cover actually. I found that has been quite the game changer actually in terms of letting it breathe and letting it get enough air. I've been really enjoying it. So I would recommend this. It's got a little last fed on up here, I can't see it. And then you can twist the band round when you last fed it. There is also a thermometer sticker that comes with it as well. I didn't stick that on because I think that makes things too complicated for me, and I like it to be simple, so I'm trying not to overthink it, and so the thermometer may have just tipped me over the edge. But if you are type A, then you might really enjoy the thermometer as well, and having it in the perfect condition for letting it rise. This jar is. Look how cute. Only from Sainsbury's, this jar. Way down there. Only from Sainsbury's. Would recommend. I've heard that tulips only need just a little bit of water, and they do much better with constant refreshing of water rather than a ton of water at the start. So this is my approach this time around. I'm no florist, but I do love flowers.